Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we are here with MCC Marine to have a look at the XO Defender 9. Now this boat is predominantly manufactured using aluminium, so the hull and the side is all aluminium and the superstructure is glass fibre or GRP. So if you want to have or understand a bit more about the hull construction from aluminium, wait till the very end of the video and I'll drop in a little link from the guy from XO in the UK who explains that hull construction. So, hull aside, let's go and have a look on board. And then you can choose the outboards you want depending on the performance you want and obviously what your budget is. The example we've got here, as you can see, comes with a couple of Mercury 225s. Now there are, as I say, a fair selection of engine options depending on what you fancy. It starts with a single 250 Mercury. You can have twin 200s, or you can have a single 300, single 350, or single 400. And I'll be honest with you, we'll talk a little bit more about performance when we get to the helm, but the performance on this is pretty impressive. You'll also notice, if I take a step back here, little bathing platform extensions either side to make it easy to get on and off the boat. And the brilliant thing about outboards is when you're not using them, you can tilt them up out the water. To do that, you need to fold this seat back. If you want to use it as a seat, pretty straightforward. You fold it back up and away you go. And actually, while we're standing here, I will just mention that this dining table here drops down. That seat lifts up and flattens out, and this entire area here can be a massive sunbathing area. So I will just drop in a picture so you can see that. And the other neat thing while we're here is, if you're at anchor facing that way, the wind comes down the side of the boat, and there's these really clever side doors. If I can find them, wherever they've gone, here we go, that then slide down the side of the boat like this, and you can do exactly the same on the other side. That gives you wind protection, like so, and when you don't want it or you want to close the door forward, that slides forward and away you go. So whilst we're at the aft section, there's a bit of storage down there. There's a really nice fender and bin locker in there. Exactly the same on the other side. And again, because this is a really practical boat, there's a really decent D-band that runs around the back half of the boat, and that follows right the way forwards here as well. Lovely big grab handles. We'll go forward first. And again, you can choose the hull colour. You can choose the colour of this decking as well, and then right the way up forward, you can, if you want, put a massive sun cushion in the front here. Access to the anchor on this particular one, Defender 9, it's basically a throw overboard anchor. There's no windlass on this one. And then quickly looking back, you can see there's roof rails, opening sunroof, spotlights, GPS aerial up above, and you'll also notice there's a little door here which neatly gives you access, forward access to the cabin, which we'll have a look at in a moment. If we head back down this side and we push this door back for this side, you can then see how again that offers you wind protection down the side here, and that seat can tilt and fold this way to give you a forward facing seat. And you'll notice that there is a zip up section in the back here, so you can drop that whole section down and completely close off this interior. Roof support comes in the form of these big struts, and you'll also notice that that carries forwards and gives you effectively a hard top right the way forward, and then there is an opening skylight in the roof there. Full suspension seats are standard, and you can have these as grey and yellow, I believe, or grey and orange are the options across all of the seats. Helm station, here we go. So again, twin throttles or single depending on your engine choices. Lenco trim tabs down there. Engine switches down here. Webasto heating. Nice array of solenoid switches. Shimrad ship to shore. Phone charger, and in this particular instance we've got a Simrad multifunction screen, and then really functional, really good view forwards. And normally this door would be down so it wouldn't obscure your vision, but obviously if you want to pop that open you can do. There's another door here that slides across the bottom half if you want to close or lock this off, and then you can drop yourself down into the forward cabin. A couple of steps in, takes you in. Now there isn't quite standing headroom, as you can see here, bit of a squat, but it does give you a surprisingly decent forward berth. Fold that cushion in, you can see, beautifully lit. And of course, if you want extra ventilation, you can open that forward door that we looked at, and there is a bit of light coming through from that glass panel in the top there. Just behind me here on the port side is the heads. Excuse my squeaky shoe. Bit of storage down there, opening port light there if you want it. And behind us here then is the sink. A little bit of storage underneath, and then a fair bit of storage in the side in this cupboard in here, like so. Another little opening port light in there. Bit of a step up, and now you can see those suspension seats, which is going to be pretty relevant on a boat of this calibre, and trip switches down there. Now the reason you'd like or would want suspension seats is effectively depending on the engine options, or in fact with the engine options that this boat comes with, they've just mentioned that you can get close to 50 knots performance. Now obviously that's plenty on a boat of this size. So there you go. Hope you've enjoyed the tour. If you have, do please like and subscribe. I'll have a quick walk forward, and I'll leave you with a purposeful look of this Defender 9.
Hi, so we're looking here at the EXO Defender 10S Plus. Now, not a lot of people go through this, but it's quite important that people understand that this is an aluminium and fiberglass boat build. So underneath the hull here, we have right at the bottom, so the keel line, between the keel line and the first spray line, we have an 8mm aluminium sheet. Now that's really, really thick. The reason it doesn't go 8mm all the way is because you'd be a very heavy boat. So we've got 8mm to here, then we've got 5mm to here, and then we've got 4.5mm, sorry, all the way up to the top of the gunnels. Now at this point we have then a fiberglass construction that is then sunk into the aluminium mould, and it's very, very strong, very, very rigid, but it also is extremely quiet when you're driving it. So instead of a traditional open plate aluminium boat, this is just really good and really quiet.